you. So, for the sake of people who don't know me, my name is Pauline Kairuki. I am a senior manager going to soaring in a few months. Yes, I've been with Forever for the past 12 years. I am a mother of three. I'm married. I'm a Kenyan by nationality, but I am based in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. I am blessed to have you as my guests this morning. I wanted to share a few things that I got from one of my mentors, Jim Rohn, someone that I listen to every single day. If there's one person who really kicks my ass out of bed, that would be Jim Rohn. So I'm not sure um, who you listen to, but I would just like to know who is your favorite speaker, motivational speaker, someone you run to when you feel you need a bit of motivation, you need a bit of skill upgrading. I would like us to just share there so that we are able to just collect a few let's see, let's share in there who is your favorite motivational speaker or someone you love to maybe listen to every day, even if it's not every day, a week wouldn't pass without you listening to him or her. So I have a couple of people that I love to listen to. One would be Jim Rohn. The other one is I love to listen to Joel Austin. Yeah, so I'd love to read so that we collect these people, and after this, we can all go and look for these people. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Am I audible? Yes. Thank you. So I just asked a question. Who is your favorite, either author or motivational speaker, or someone when you want to seek guidance in a specific area, whom do you love to listen? I know I have a reason why I'm asking this. So if you don't mind, and if you don't listen to anyone, it's okay. It is fine. It is fine because we are here to learn. They say if you stop learning, you stop to grow. So we are here to learn so that we can grow. Even if you've not started learning, then we start learning so that we can grow. Because if you don't grow, you die, you know? So we need to expand that muscle called the brain by making sure we are listening and we are growing every other day. So Heather says, Sarah Jakes, Eric War, Esther Perel, this is Barry Michelle and Fraser Brooks. Malau says Oprah. Bless says Oprah. Okay, keep them coming. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Okay, so thank you. Thank you for sharing. I hope you can take a screenshot of that. If you have someone you have not had or listened to, Erico is well known in the network marketing industry, and it is important to seek knowledge in the areas of expertise that you are pursuing. Very important, so that you can grow in that field. Les Brown, Erico. So you need to have that balance in when you talk of personal development. It's good to have a balance in your spiritual world, in your maybe relationships, in your area of expertise. That is, if you're in your finances, areas that probably you feel like you're struggling with, so you have to seek knowledge, and it all requires us to be very intentional. It is not easy to cultivate that culture of reading and listening. It needs discipline, but we can all start somewhere. What I know is any strong leader in any field, be it a leader in the political world, be it a leader in Forever, be it a leader in the corporate world, if you see anyone thriving and is having accolades in whatever he's doing, just know behind whatever he's doing a lot of personal development. So for us to be successful, for us all to grow to the level of performance you desire, that means we all need to grow our personal knowledge. We need to upgrade, upscale, level up in development. And like I said, I'm not really a person who reads a lot. I am learning how to be consistent. And what matters is that you just need to start the journey somehow, somewhere. You know, even the most devastated people who have gone through horrific experiences in life, they have to start their journey of healing. So even you, if you've not started your journey of personal development, what you need to do is to decide to start somewhere, and then you start building that culture day in, day out. So today I would just like to share 10 things that I have summarized that can help us in our journey of building a good business with Forever, or even just being successful in life. So some of the things that I have collected over the years, as I read, as I learn from different speakers, one, that would be mindset. Number one, that would be mindset. Mindset is everything. Like, how do you program your mind? What do you tell yourself every day when you wake up in the morning? Do you see yourself as a winner? Do you see yourself successful? Having that small positive talk in the morning when you wake up. There's a video that went viral recently, and there was a 3-year-old that was recorded by her mom. And I think I shared, on my timeline, I just got it on Instagram. And I think I shared yesterday on my timeline. And so many people are so inspired by that. I don't know if you can hear, but let me just do this. I'm going to put it on loudspeaker. Yeah. So the baby was saying, I am smart, I am blessed, I can do anything, as he was walking to school. Of course, this is something that the parents have taught the young man as young as he was 2 years. But you see, that's the power of our minds. They soak in a lot. So imagine the boy, as he was walking to school, he started just saying, I am blessed, I am smart, I can do anything. And it's that moment the mom realized, oh my God, these things are now like the baby really truly understands. A 2-year-old may not really understand what it means, but I am blessed, that I am capable of doing anything. But as he grows older, he starts believing and seeing the possibility of things. So what are you telling yourself every day? Do you have that self-talk? Our mind is a muscle, and what I believe is how you program your mind to do. If you program your mind to think positive, you will attract the positive things. But also you need to protect that muscle by surrounding yourself with people who motivate you, who inspire you. You don't want to be around people who are negative, because your mind is just going to grasp everything that is negative. So your mind is a powerful tool. What you need to make sure you do, you are being responsible in any aspect, taking charge of making sure you are in good shape in terms of mentally. I see many people seeking happiness or blaming other people for you not being content or happy. You're in a relationship with someone, but you're always quick to point fingers at people. I tell people we need to take responsibility of every action that we take, even in our business. Number two, that would be having goals. For us to be successful, we need to have goals that are written down. Even in Forever, when we come back to our business, Do you have your goals written down? What are you going to do in the next 12 days? What are you saying? These are my non-negotiable goals. Do you really have a plan to go to written? Even have you ever had a session with yourself and say, okay, this is my plan to go to manager? So you have to make sure your goals are very specific. They have a time bound. You visualize them every day, review them every day. Make sure you sit down with your mentor or your upline or your manager and share your plan with them. Sometimes we say even eagles need a push. Even eagles need a push. So make sure you're sharing your goals with someone, to be accountable to someone. Very, very important. Yeah. But also, don't just have goals. Set standards. Set high standards. Standards that you are making sure you are achieving. Yeah. So number 3 would be skills. For us to be successful, we need to have skills. We need to upgrade our skills. What skills are you learning now? You might be very good in a certain area, but you want to perfect. You might be very good in doing makeup. I'm just giving you an example. For example, but you have to keep learning new techniques, technology, new styles that are coming. So making sure you are attending more, maybe seminars, you're going for trainings to sharpen those skills. So even forever, when we come back to forever, that is why we need to keep going for these workshops that are made available for us. I thank God in our forever community, that is one thing that really attracted me to start this business back then. I just found a community of people who are always learning. And like I said, for us to grow, we need to make sure we are learning. When you stop learning is the minute you die, in terms of your brain stops growing. So that muscle needs to keep growing, for it to absorb a lot. So practice your craft oftenly. You're not good in maybe doing presentation. No one starts perfectly. Guys, it's okay to start in a craft, in like a messy way. The thing is, just get started. You've always wanted to do your own launch, but I don't know what is holding you back. Probably you say, I don't have a laptop. You don't really need to have a laptop to do a presentation. You can just prepare something on a slide, on a paper, or on a sheet, and learn and do it. The thing is, you just need to get started. Yeah, they say the world belongs to the learners, not the learned. The world belongs to the learners, people who are constantly learning. And that is why even the most successful people, they will pay millions of money to attend workshops. Why? Because they want to keep learning. So who are you not to stop learning? Who are you not to save a little bit of money for personal development? When you hear this Eric Walk workshop and you need to pay $10, pay for it, because you are growing in that craft. That is network marketing. We have a lot of people who are very good in network marketing. There's Eric War, there is Fraser Brooks, people who are doing very well in that area. Why don't you sign up for their classes? I'm sure they normally have master classes. You have to pay, for you to get value. At some point, you have to invest, which is very important. But they're also saying get a mentor. You need to make sure you're getting someone you look up to in your area of expertise, in your area of craft. Who inspires you? Get someone who is going to guide you and to keep motivate, like encouraging you to keep going. The fourth things Jim Rohn says that you need to make sure is on top of list is your health. And he says, your health is an investment that pays dividends every single day. Do you agree with me? Without health, I'm telling you, even if you're as busy making money and you're not taking care of yourself, at some point it will catch up with you. And that is why we are really blessed to be in Forever. Why? Because we have amazing products that can really help us to keep us in good shape, that can really help us to stay in good shape. But also it calls us to be intentional when it comes to eating well, having your balanced diet. I keep telling people supplementation does not replace a healthy diet. And I want to believe even you who is doing the business, you know that it does not replace you having your bowl of fruits, you having your bowl of vegetables. It means we are taking supplements to just complement, to add value, but you need to eat well. You need to protect your mind, like your space or mental health. You need to take exercises every day, even if it's just a brisk walk every day. That's something I am very passionate. By the way, I love exercising, and I can tell you after this, I will do even 10 to 15 minutes of something in the house. That has really helped to keep my mental health at its best form, get a lot of that. I draw a lot of energy in the morning. So even if you've never started doing exercises, please start doing exercise. You really don't have to pay for a gym to get started. And I think that's where most people, and also just pushing yourself. There are people, they need that push. You might just ask a friend to start doing exercise with someone. Yeah, but what is important is you take care of your body. Let's go to the next one. Healthy relationships. For us to thrive in our lives, or for us to thrive as social or human beings, we need to have connections. I mean, it's so hard to live in your own space alone. It can be very lonely. And that is why you find there's a lot of mental breakdown all over the world, a lot of depression, a lot of, divorces, a lot of, there's a whole shift, breakups. There's so many. And it takes a toll on even your performance. Just remember, anytime you've had issues in your relationships, be it family, be it with your person, be it with your colleague, how does that, it draws a lot of energy from you. And for you to thrive, for you to be successful, you need to be surrounded by love. You need to be in an environment to thrive. You need to be surrounded with people who genuinely love you. But for you to cultivate that, it needs for us to be intentional in nurturing these relationships. Being intentional means that I'm keeping my phone down and I'm going to call my friend. Can we catch up for coffee? And when we go for coffee, I'm going to put my phone down and I'm going to have a conversation. So that could be your friend, could be your daughter, your husband, your partner, your mom. Because with the social media buzz currently, you will easily get disconnected. You might be there connected, but physically you're not there. So being present is very important. I mean, if you're not taking care, you find yourself drifting away. You find yourself, you're in your own world. Why? Because social media has really taken everything out of us. The attention that our kids need, our partners, sometimes we just need to laugh, it is, we all need that space. So treat yourself kindly also. Love yourself, love you. Take time to go to the spa and spoil yourself. Don't feel guilty when you buy that Gucci bag for yourself. Don't feel guilty when you buy yourself that, Michael Kors handbag. Girl, you've worked, or you've really done yourself. You've beaten yourself so hard. So be kind to yourself as well. Also, even there are gentlemen in our session today. Be kind to yourself. Do something that you brings that happiness to you. But another thing is taking care of our finances. That's another thing, another tip that I will talk about. Money doesn't buy happiness for sure, but it allows us to have choices. And that is what Forever has given us. That we have an amazing opportunity that if you really put your mind and effort in building a strong business, it will allow you to make those choices that you love, making a choice of taking a flight and not a bus, or taking your children for a holiday in Dubai and not just a local, a destination. That is what I'm saying. So money is important, but how do you arrange your finances to work for you? How do you make sure you have the financial freedom? By making those small, consistent actions every day. That includes saving. When you make money, when you sell a C9 today, you don't want to take the whole profit and buy yourself stuff. You want to give back, you want to save a little bit, you want to, there is the money rules. Half 50% maybe goes on spending, then 20% on saving, another 10% will go to, giving back or tithe or something. I don't know what ratios you use, but when I know the rules of money, you have to make sure also you are controlling your spending. I'm not saying you stop spending. You need to control and track your spending. You have to make sure also you have a saving plan. Invest your money wisely. Money should work for us. How are you planning for your retirement with Forever? Yesterday I was talking to my husband and I was telling him, we are really blessed that we have Forever, because right now, my business in Kenya is I would call it a retirement plan for me, because I get to be paid every month, and I'm not in Kenya. I'm earning every month from this business that we built back then, and we are still building. So when we are told to go global, please think of retirement. We have a business that our children can inherit. The Bible tells us we are called to leave inheritance to our children and children's children, generational wealth. So with Forever, we have a powerful business that we can leave generational wealth, but it needs us to really work on it. When we have a lot of strength, we can build massive. Can you imagine a business like for Rofkit? He has a massive, even if he's decided to retire, he doesn't have to do anything. He can still earn. And even if he's not in this world, for whatever reason, he can still earn from Forever. So that is what I'm saying. So when you get money with Forever, how are you spending your money with Forever? Are you investing wisely? There's something you also need to learn called compound interest. I don't know which country you're listening me from, but what I'm saying, you need to know, how can I invest my money to give me compound interest? Like I know in Tanzania, we have institutions that have plans of, we call them UTT, where you leave your interest to grow on interest. It's the seventh wonder of the world. Yeah, but we'll not talk more on finances. But what I'm just saying, we need also to grow in the areas of finance by reading books. I do that quite a lot. I enroll on courses in finance to grow, because I know the money is coming. With Forever, I know the big monies, the big checks are coming. So when I get the big checks, I don't want to be perplexed. I need to make sure by the time the big monies are coming, I know straight away where I'm taking your money. So envision yourself, see yourself getting the big money, but where are you taking your monies? Another thing is your contribution. How can you add value to your community? A service to many brings greatness. That is what I know. And we are blessed also that we're in a business that we serve people. So if you're still not recruiting people, you're still not doing Forever. You need to start recruiting. Share this business with others, because you are changing communities around you. It is so fulfilling when you get someone saying, if it were not you sharing this opportunity, my children will still be in a local school. But because you showed me the business, my children now are in private school. That is fulfilling. It is heartwarming when I get such messages. I bought a new car, or I bought a piece of land. My baby has just enrolled in a new course because you showed me Forever, So we have people waiting for us to listen and to know our stories, to know how our business can change their lives. Another thing, small acts of kindness without expecting anything in return. It is also very fulfilling. But also at the same time, be a mentor to someone. Share your passion, your skills, and knowledge. Die empty. I remember Miles Munro was talking about dying empty. What does it mean? The graveyard is the most, they say, rich area in this world, because a lot of people die with their wealth, with their knowledge, with their skills, with their passion. But now that we know that we can give back, not necessarily tokens to people. You don't even need to give money to someone for you to do a contribution in your community. It could just be your time, going to volunteer in a children's home, even just 30 minutes being there with those children who lack parents, they don't have parents, they are just lonely. spending time with these people, it means you're sharing your time, you're sharing your passion, your skills. Get someone you can touch today. And I said it doesn't have to be monetary. It can just be your time, it can just be your knowledge, but just give back to the society. There's a sense of fulfillment that comes with that thing. Personal growth. Another thing is personal growth. We need to grow every day. You need to add new skills every day. Don't wish it was easier, but wish you were better. I mean, make sure you are becoming your best version. That calls us to get out of our comfort zone. In our business, probably you're someone who's always just doing ads. I'm on internet. You've never tried face-to-face. You've never known what face-to-face can bring into your business. Why don't you get out today and say, I'm going to go into the malls. I'm going to give out my business cards and face that fear of meeting people. The worst that would happen to you are disappointments that are no's. It has never broken anyone. It has never brought anything harmful. Anything you need to remember, some will, some won't. Someone is waiting. Keep moving to the next person. Ask yourself very tough questions every day. Am I growing? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? Self-evaluations every day. Attitude is another thing. For us to be successful, we really need to make sure we are consciously and intentionally deciding to practice positive attitude. Like if you taint your mirror in the morning, you will have a wreck hell day. But if you decide to say, I'm gonna start the day on a high positive note, then you're gonna have a good day. So practice gratitude. Being grateful is one thing that can really help you to cultivate positive attitude by appreciating that you are alive today, that you're in good health, that I have a business, that I am married, that I have a relationship, that I have, I can talk, I can walk. There's so many things that we should be grateful for. When you go out there in the hospitals, that's the minute you say, oh my goodness, God, I'm sorry, I was complaining. Or when you start complaining of small things that don't really make sense, start practicing gratitude. That will help you to be more content. Doesn't mean you don't push for your dreams, but it makes you appreciate the little things that you have. Very important. But another thing is to have big dreams, for you to have big dreams, visualize them, believe in them. If there is anyone should be on the forefront, is you believing in your dream. But these dreams cannot just happen. They will remain wishes if you don't take action. If you don't
I think let's just give it a minute. Our leader got cut off, probably the network. I'm sure she will rejoin just now.
Session, everything won't just happen in a night. I mean, everything won't just happen. All those things we've talked about, personal growth, finances, everything will just take us to start somewhere. What we need to make sure you start somewhere. Yeah. Make sure you start by making a conscious decision to start somewhere. Start small, consistently, reading, a little bit of reading, making someone happy. Today, make a conscious decision to check on your friend, to check on a relationship that you like. Call them and tell them, I love you. I appreciate you. That will bring a self of fulfillment, your contribution to the society. But also you need to add value. How are you adding value in your business, in your customers, in your prospects, in your team? Adding value. Remember, adding value means you also need to grow. Your mind is a muscle. Our muscle keeps expanding with what you're depositing. Deposit every day. Keep deposit, because the world is withdrawing a lot of energy from you. Your team is getting a little bit of you. Your mom is getting a little bit of you. Your relationship is getting a little bit from you. So how are you replacing what is being taken away? By making sure you're filling your filling your cup. You're pouring into your cup every day by learning. So my take home for you today is to start somewhere. Start small and grow. keep that vision alive. So saying that, Leader Heather, thank you for your time. I hope I have added some value. I wish you nothing than the very best. Have a fruitful day and God bless you so much. Yes. Leader Heather,